said. He's inside the building. A soft knock sounded on her apartment door. Aria dropped the phone. Chapter 5. The hunt begins. The knocking grew louder. More insistent. More amused. A voice behind the door said sweetly, "Aria, you didn't think you could hide from me, did you?" Aria backed away, chest glowing. The door handle jiggled. "Oh, Aria," the smiling man breathed. "You don't understand what you are. But I do. And I've waited such a long time to crack you open and see what spills out." The bolts began to turn on their own. Aria grabbed the nearest thing she could, a lamp, and backed toward the window. The lights flickered. The apartment shuddered. The door flung open, and message truncated by system limit say continue, and I will resume exactly where it cut off from the moment the door opened. Continue picking up exactly where it cut off, mid-scene, the moment the door flung open. Chapter 5. The hunt begins continued. The door flung open, and a blast of white sigil fire shot past Aria, slamming into the smiling man and hurling him backward into the hallway. Aria flinched, the lamp still raised in her shaking hands, as a tall figure stepped into the doorway. A long coat swept behind him like a shadow with purpose. His eyes glowed faintly silver, tattoos pulsing under his skin like living circuitry. Ezran Ward. "Move," he snapped without looking at her. "Now." Aria stumbled aside as the warlock raised both hands and carved a glowing glyph through the air. The hallway shuddered as runic light slammed into the walls, forming a barrier that crackled like electrified glass. The smiling man rose slowly from the floor, dust drifting off his coat. His grin hadn't faded. If anything, it looked wider. "Ezran Ward," he purred. "Still meddling in things far older than you." Ezran didn't flinch. "And you're still trespassing on planes you don't belong to." The smiling man smoothed his collar. "I go where the scent leads me." His eyes slid to Aria. "And she shines so brightly." Ezran moved to block the view. "You're not taking her." "Oh, but she was promised." "Not to you." The smiling man tilted his head, amused. "You think you can stop me?" "No," Ezran said calmly. "I can only stall you." And with a sweeping gesture, he triggered the runic barrier. It detonated like a silent bomb. A shockwave hurled the smiling man down the hallway, shattering lights and spraying debris. Ezran seized Aria by the wrist. "Window." "Now." Aria blinked. "We're on the 3rd floor. Better than staying here." He dragged her to the window, smashed it with a flick of magic, and muttered a short incantation. A shimmering rope of blue light coiled downward like a glowing fire escape. Aria hesitated. Ezran shoved her. She slid down screaming, boots burning against the arcane rope, until she hit the alley with a jolt. Ezran followed, landing far too gracefully for someone who'd just leapt out a window. Aria staggered back. "What the hell is happening? Who are you? What is he?" Ezran grabbed her shoulders. "No time. Run." Behind them, the building screamed, an unholy, metallic shriek as the smiling man tore through 3 concrete floors like they were paper. He stepped out the shattered window frame, landing silently in the alley, amber eyes glowing with an inner fire. "You can run," he whispered. "I like the chase." Ezran raised his hands and the alley erupted in symbols, floating glyphs, sigils, wards. The smiling man walked through them. The symbols flickered and died the moment they touched him, consumed by his grin. Ezran swore. "Aria, move." They sprinted. The smiling man followed at a leisurely pace, but every step he took, the alleyway rotted. Brick crumbled to dust. Metal rusted instantly. Neon lights dimmed. And behind them, Faradin's shadows seemed to bend toward him like worshippers. Chapter 6. The ward and the warden. They burst out onto a wider street. Midnight traffic roaring past, headlights cutting through fog. Aria's lungs burned, glowing faintly through her jacket. Ezran pulled her into the shelter of a bus stop, slamming his palm against the metal bench. A protective dome snapped into place, invisible until it shimmered under the streetlights. Aria pressed her back to the glass. "Explain." "Now." Ezran scanned the street. "Fine." He's called a smiling one. A hunter. A devourer. They track enchanted hearts because, well, they crack open beautifully. That doesn't help. Ezran knelt before her, his expression softening with urgency rather than compassion.
Aria.
Your heart isn't a metaphor. It's not just fragile, it's literally made of enchanted glass. I know that, she whispered, but I don't know why. Ezran hesitated. Because someone put it there. She froze. What? You weren't born like this. Someone replaced your real heart. And the enchantment they used, it's powerful. Ancient. The kind of magic that shouldn't exist in the city. Then what does he want with me? Ezran swallowed. To claim whatever sealed inside your heart. Aria's stomach dropped. There's something inside it? Something more dangerous than him. The bus stop glass spiderwebbed with cracks. Ezran shot to his feet. Aria followed. Run, he said again, when I tell you. Not before. The cracks deepened. A soft chuckle drifted through the fog. Ezran braced. Now. Aria bolted as the bus stop exploded inward, shards raining like frozen fire. The smiling man stepped through the ruin, coat immaculate, smile bright as a blade. Ezran unleashed a bolt of sigil fire. The smiling man caught it, with his bare hand, and crushed the spell like ash. Ezran swore again. Aria, go. But Aria had stopped, because her chest was glowing blindingly, visible through her clothes, bleeding blue-white light into the night. She gasped, clutching her ribs. The smiling man inhaled deeply. Oh, delicious. Her knees buckled. Ezran grabbed her before she hit the ground. Aria, stay with me. Don't let it activate. Let what activate? She choked. He looked terrified. Your heart. Chapter 7. The thing in her chest, a pulse of magic surged outward from Aria in a shockwave of blue light. Windows shattered up and down the street. Street lamps flickered violently. And the smiling man staggered. The first time he'd shown any sign of being affected. He blinked slowly. Ah, he murmured. So, that's what you're carrying. Aria screamed as another pulse tore through her. Ezran held her tighter. Fight it. I can't. Yes, you can.
Breathe.
The smiling man stepped forward, eyes glowing. Let it break. Let it open. Let. Ezran hurled a sigil like a thrown spear, cutting off his words. Get away from her. The smiling man brushed dust off his sleeve. You can delay me, Warlock. You cannot defeat me. You are fighting inevitability. Ezran bared his teeth. Then I'll fight inevitability. Aria's breath came in ragged gasps. Ezran, something is waking up inside me. I know. I can hear it. Whispering. Ezran went pale. What is it saying? Aria squeezed her eyes shut. A voice, not hers, whispered from deep within her chest. Let me out. Her eyes snapped open, glowing bright blue. Ezran took a step back.
Aria.
A crack formed across her sternum. A literal crack, glowing, splintering the skin, light seeping through like molten glass. The smiling man's grin grew inhumanly wide. Yes, he whispered. Yes, Aria screamed. And the world around her shattered into darkness. Chapter 8. The glass realm. Aria felt weightless. Floating. Suspended in a void made of reflections, shards of light swirling around her like pieces of a broken mirror. Her breath echoed, as though bouncing off endless crystal. She wasn't alone. A figure stood on the opposite side of the fractured void, a silhouette made of shimmering glass, shaped like her, but older.
Taller.
Stronger. Its eyes burned like white stars, its face expressionless, yet ancient. Aria's voice trembled. What are you? The glass figure tilted its head. I am what remains. Remains of what? Of who you were. Before the accident. Before they sealed me away. Aria's pulse hammered. Someone sealed you inside my heart.